Hey guys, what's up? This is 7 Step. Welcome back to another video on Steins Gate. Not Steins Gate 0. And this is our favorite, or this is my favorite anime.
My second
and one
favorite.
of Sam's favorites.
Yeah, one of my favorite of all time. But Steins Gate, yeah, we're gonna be talking about Steins Gate. Steins Gate, yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, let's start with the characters. And this epic show has some really amazing characters and the best protagonists of anything I've seen.
Yeah, he's one of the best protagonists of all time.
Definitely.
Because all these characters are really interesting, like relatable. They all have like some unique thing that differentiates each other and stuff like that. And they all have flaws, which is a really, really, really important thing for a character to have.
Even the less notable characters or some random side characters,
like
they all have something to them. They're not just people that are there or like joke dispensers or something.
They actually are legitimately important. Like Mayuri, even though
everyone
feels
feels like
a
real person.
Yeah, Mayuri, even though she feels like a side character, is really nice and brings up like the morale all the time and stuff like that. And she's a good like drive for Okabe, which is the main character. And he himself is he's the best protagonist. He has so many layers. He's really nice, which is obviously you need that. You gotta have your main character be nice, otherwise you're just gonna hate them.
And and this has an amazing romance plot. Since this video is why you should watch it, we're not gonna spoil it, but rest assured it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. We're saying that everyone should watch it, no matter even if like you're not a huge fan of anime and stuff like that. It's just really, really good. It's just good. It's just good. It's just good. So you should probably watch it before we come over there and kill you. So yeah, the plot of Steins Gate, when you start watching it, you're gonna have no clue what the heck's going on. It's
probably really hard to get into for most people because it's really slow at first and it doesn't make any sense. I remember Sam was like, "What the heck?" when he started watching it.
I had no clue what the heck was going on. You're not supposed to though. Don't worry, everything will be explained in time. But it still is. You're still interested because certain events happen.
The characters are still interesting. They even when it's just like them in the lab or whatever, they all manage to play off each other pretty well.
Yeah, and then they make small progressions, and then in the first 12 episodes, it's pretty it's not generic. It's just these people having a good time in the lab making developments.
Although
on certain
slowly
stuff.
You can feel like a sense of dread and like the plot is mounting throughout this.
And then you get to episode 12 and then boom, something happens and we won't spoil it.
The plot basically goes into overdrive.
And then it completely changes. At first it's more like it's kind of like a comedy, like light comedy and stuff like that, but then it completely changes into like not really a mystery, but more of just like a kind of thriller.
Yeah.
More dark though. It gets a lot more darker. There's not as many jokes. The main character starts going down this dark path, becomes more desperate, more sad.
And that's when a lot of the best character development happens.
And some of the best character development happens when it's really relatable. That's one of the biggest things that character development needs to do. It needs to be relatable. Like there needs to be like certain little things that happen where they're like, oh, I would do that too. Like for example, Okabe, I don't really... Oh, man, that's actually... I don't want to spoil it. But, these characters... Yeah, they have these little moments where you're like, oh, yeah, I've been there, too. Like, they're sitting in, like, a cafe and they're eating something. And then, like, for example, like, they would pass the food around to each other. Continually pass it around, which is something that we would do. But, yeah, really good character development happens, which very relatable character development happens. And, like, everyone's true colors start to show. Like,
yeah, because at first they seem really like pretty standard characters, and they're like the tropes are really common in anime like the pervert, the tsundere, the happy girl or whatever. But then as you get into it, you realize there's more depth to these characters.
Yeah, there's more depth to these characters that you already like, but you get to like them even more. And then some major plot points and stuff happen, and then episode 20 and episode 22 happens, and massive moment. Mega epic moment.
Mega epic.
And then,
and also this You will not be disappointed by the ending of this show.
No, the ending
is amazing.
It's really, really, really good.
It's satisfying and conclusive.
And the last 2 episodes also help explain what happened in the first 2 episodes. Yeah. This show is also really good at showing you stuff, and then throughout explaining stuff, like with Attack on Titan, with that reveal. Mm-hmm. We're like, oh, okay, this applies to this time and stuff like that. So, for example, never mind, I'm not going to spoil it.
So now we'll talk about the setting, which is just basically a normal city. But the environments in which it takes place you become very attached to them.
You like memorize the layout of certain stuff.
Like the lab and like I could probably draw a blueprint of the lab because it's so iconic.
I could draw a blueprint of the lab and where certain characters are
and
in
the recurring places like the maid cafe. And the radio tower, and even though it doesn't take place in many different locations, you become well acquainted with the locations.
Yeah, and
or like the roof of the apartment where he's staying, or the TV place downstairs,
and the ambient noise of the cicadas, like going around.
Yeah,
and,
the atmosphere is excellent as well, and the visuals are, even though they're not like the best ever. They do a really good job for what's there.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of washed out, but that's kind of good to show how kind of washed out current.
And it just provides a really unique color palette, compared to many other anime.
And kind of throughout the show, it kind of becomes less and less washed out as the characters develop and stuff like that. But yeah, the setting is super super unique. Or well, maybe not. Sorry, not unique. But the thing is, you feel like it's unique.
Yeah.
And with the lab and stuff. And also, a good show should make the setting feel like your home. You should make it feel like, oh, I remember this place. It's good to be here and stuff like that. Like, for example, the lab. Every time the show takes place in the lab, I'm like, oh, I love this place. I can't wait for stuff to happen.
And they're all sitting, and you see them sitting on the couch or playing board games on the floor or something.
Yeah, you're just really interested to see how the characters will react and stuff. And see what makes each character tick and... Yeah, this character development.
The music is also pretty good. It's not mega amazing, but there's some memorable songs, I think. And it gets the job done pretty much.
Yeah, it's not really bad, and it's not weird dubstep stuff.
Yeah, or just something that doesn't fit the tone. It pretty much fits it perfectly. Mm-hmm.
Just me going... All right, outro. Well, guys, I really hope that this showed you why you should watch Steins Gate.
Go watch Steins Gate. This is an order.
It's really good. We websites, Crunchyroll is pretty good.
It's not on Crunchyroll.
It's not on
the original. Only Steins Gate. Oh my goodness.
No. But still, all right. So yeah, there's this one website called AniWatch. It's free for it's free. You just need to
no ads. You just create an account.
Just create an account.
And it's epic. You can watch it on your phone, and you don't have to see like boobs or like porn ads popping up constantly. It works.
Really weird stuff. It works. It's a really good website. The show is it's 26 episodes long or 25. 26. I think it's 25 episodes long. Yeah, it's 25 episodes long. So it's pretty long.
I think it's 24. And then the 25th episode is the OVA.
Yeah, it's pretty long, but you could space it out enough where you could maybe like watch one episode a day. But yes, it's just really good. It's a really good show. If you're into like even me, who's not a huge fan of romance, like I even like the romance in this show. And I'm not a huge fan of romance. I like shonen and action and stuff like that. But even I appreciate the romance and the character development in this show. So if you like good characters, go watch it. And if you like this video, go watch more.
Go watch more videos.
Watch more videos. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. That way, every time we upload on Tuesday at 11:45 a.m.
And put a comment like saying that Steins Gate is bad or something. I don't know.
Yeah, be an elitist who thinks that
if it's popular, it's bad.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Be an elitist like that. Go ahead and say why Steins Gate 0 is better when it's obviously not. Anyway, End it. This needs to end.